Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Janaha Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Janaha. Today we are entering into the next chapter, chapter number 16, with the devotees at Dakshineswara, part 2. Sunday, December 9th, 1883. Sri Ramakrishna was seated on the small couch in his room with Adhar, Manmohan, Rakhal, Yam, Harish and other devotees. It was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The master was describing to them the exalted state of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He has been deemed or said or has been experienced by many as incarnation of God. The devotees' attitude and understanding is one. The realized soul, they recognize an incarnation. God coming down in human form to teach mankind. Incarnations are of innumerable type. God coming, taking human birth like any other, and mixing with all people, going through all the process of purification and development like ordinary people at the same time. Extraordinary experiences attaining, giving message to people and go. For the sake of one devotee who is longing to have vision of God, God appears. This is also an incarnation of God. When God appears before a person, all doubts vanish. Here when he comes to the world of mortals, as one of the mortal and slowly evolves to his lordship over the universe, at the same time maintaining all the limitations of an ordinary person in the world, to be with humans and teach humanity. They are identified not by ordinary people. The enlightened ones, like the Buddha, is enlightened. Similar, hundreds and hundreds of people have realized God, transcended the nature and gone. They identify this is God incarnate. So did the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was identified, who exhibited ecstatic love of God, wherein he would be unaware of the external world in depths of samadhi, the spiritual ecstasy, totally oblivious of the external world, sometimes coming down from that state to partial way, he would dance in ecstasy. And again, come to the normal level of all people and sing the names and glories of God. Explain the secrets, how to enter that realm, how to come back. That is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Master, Chaitanya experienced 3 states of mind. First, conscious state, when his mind dwelt on the gross and subtle, stula sukshma jagat. That is, gross and subtle. Gross is what we see, subtle is what we infer. Mind and all that. I can experience what is happening in my mind which nobody else can see. It is subtle. I can see this world, others also can see this world. It's gross. I can infer what is feeling he is undergoing. He is suffering. A man is intensely suffering. I can understand the suffering though it is not visible to any of the senses. This is subtle. I can understand the feeling of others, what he thinks, I can infer. So the gross and subtle in the normal state. First, when mind dwelt on gross and subtle. Second, semi-conscious state, when the mind entered the causal body. Gross, subtle and causal. Gross is when we are awake. Subtle is mind and senses. And causal is when I enter into deep sleep, where I leave all my knowledge, identity, etc. in seed form like songs in pen drive, and separate from the entire nature and be myself when the individual consciousness merges in the cosmic consciousness. That is, Vyashti Chaitanya will merge in the Samashti Chaitanya. This is causal body. When I pervade all the 3 bodies, I am in waking state. When I leave the physical body, I am in dream state. When I leave the subtle body, the mind and senses, I am in causal body, deep sleep, and causal body also I leave and enter this true, my own existence and be with one with God. And that is the second stage of deep sleep. Every day we pass through that and come. He used to be in causal body, means equal to deep sleep. If we turn inward and go, it is meditation. If nature takes us, closing our eyes backward, it is sleep. In sleep, consciousness shrinks down. In samadhi, it expands. In meditation, consciousness expands. In sleep, consciousness shrinks down. And so he used to be in second semi-conscious state when the mind entered the causal body and was absorbed in the bliss of divine intoxication. The third, the inmost state, when the mind merged in the great cause, the God. This agrees well with the 5 koshas or sheets described in the Vedanta. The gross body corresponds to the Annamaya kosha and the Pranamaya kosha. Subtle body to the Manomaya kosha and Vijnanamaya kosha, and the causal body to the Anandamaya kosha. The Mahakarana and the great cause is beyond the 5 sheets. When Chaitanya's mind merged in that, he would go into Samadhi. This is called Nirvikalpa or Jada Samadhi. I wish most of the people who are sincere to the core will experience this state in this very life. Sri Ramakrishna has come to take us to the beyond all sufferings and bondage, beyond the nature, to the realm of spirit, pure spiritual existence of bliss absolute, unchanging eternal reality. This is constantly changing flux. We have to go to that realm where God exists as pure spiritual existence. See, Mahakarana is beyond all the five sheets, gross and subtle, then the causal. The Annamaya Pranamaya pertains to the gross, Manomaya Vijnanamaya to the subtle, and Anandamaya to the causal, and the beyond is pure spiritual existence. This which is the ocean of bliss, it goes on expanding. From Annamaya, bodily existence, Pranamaya is vaster. Pranamaya to Manomaya, still it becomes vast, as if it is going to embrace the whole universe and beyond. The Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya is where we first experience the Chaitanya. The spiritual awakening takes place when you enter into Vijnanamaya Kosha, the sheath of knowledge, and then the Anandamaya. Anandamaya is just like you are standing in front of a refrigerator in hot days. The moment you open, how the coolness starts touching your body, like that the spirit pervades your bodily existence as if there won't be this physical body, but the experiencer will remain as pure buddhi. Shuddha buddhi, the dhi, dhiyo yona prachodayat dhi. While conscious of the outer world, Chaitanya sang the name of God. While in the state of partial consciousness, he danced with the devotees, and while in the inmost state of consciousness, he remained absorbed in samadhi. He remained absorbed in samadhi. Samadhi is a state beyond the normal human consciousness. When we sleep, my consciousness shrinks. In samadhi, consciousness expands to the cosmic level and beyond. While conscious of the outer world, he sang, partial consciousness, he danced and remained absorbed in the samadhi in the innermost. To himself, is master hinting at the different states of his own mind. There is much similarity between Chaitanya and master. After a long time, the world is witnessing again after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is perhaps the first again demonstration of the ecstatic state of mind wherein they forget the world and all things and enter the realm of spirit. And this not once or twice. It is daily affair of entering into the transcendental time and again, every day, many times. Now he is talking, now he is no more here. Master. Chaitanya was divine, love incarnate. He came down to earth to teach people how to love God. One achieves everything when one loves God. There is no need of Hatha Yoga. Just the love of God. He came to the earth to teach love of God, how to love God, how the internal purification happens. Love is manifestation of heart. Heart is the Atman, the innermost infinite existence. As we go deeper and deeper into ourselves, as if we are entering into sleep and forgetting the entire universe, our bodily existence, beginning with bodily existence and forgetting everything. As I go, I am expanding to the infinite within. So this love is the flow of the infinite from within. The subjective ultimate is also infinite, the Atman. Objective ultimate is also infinite, the Brahman. When I go beyond the universe and peep beyond the universe, I see infinite eternal existence, the ocean of bliss, infinite eternal. When I go inward, cross all the layers or the sheets covering my soul, and enter into the deep depths of my being, I again enter into infinity, the eternal ocean of bliss. It is like going backward from the room and looking at the infinite sky and calling it Atman. Same way, going from the front door outside and looking at the same sky and telling Brahman. Atman and Brahman are one and the same with relationship. It is told in relationship to the objective and subjective existence. When there is duality, when there is no duality, and once we reach on either side, there is no more duality. There is no subject object. It is one existence. So, Chaitanya came to teach that love. The love is when it passes through so many layers. Each layer demands its enjoyment. I want to love someone. Pure love, unalloyed love, and the love that doesn't seek anything. Love that is unconditional doesn't come out. I want to love anybody. First thing, I put that object into restriction. My object, nobody should touch. Whether it is child or wife or mother or father or friend, I want to love. It is my possession. Nobody should touch it. First restriction. You should not go here. You should not go there. Love is becoming already narrowed. Second, my up to bodily level, all layers, my intellect emerging out from intellect, it demands its enjoyment. Mind wants to enjoy the company. Senses want their enjoyment. Body wants its enjoyment. Each layer covering my soul, the love goes on shrieking. The moment we focus on any object of this world, The object is perishable and constantly changing. I want to love someone is not in his own control. Uh, he is not in his own possession. He is possessed by so many desires. He is possessed by his own individuality. He is possessed by his own ego. He is not free to be with me totally at all times. He says, I have to go there, I have to do this, I got that work, I got that office. Where is the? Finally, it parts forever. Any lover and loved in this object have to part. Inseparably, they have to part. So, this partition, it's short-lived. Whatever you, so the love immediately, if you turn to the world, it becomes drop by drop. The ocean of love comes out as drop by drop. And then it is dripping, and all these are sharing, and nothing remains. It looks like a business. Be mine, I love you. That's all. When it is turned to divine, divine is infinite, divine is absolutely free, divine is whole and complete. It seeks nothing, it doesn't want anything, and it is infinite. The moment you start loving God, your love starts expanding. All the doors open up. The dam that's put across the river of love breaks open. Floods of love come out. From the infinite passing through your heart, it is reaching again infinity. Imagine what it would be. So that is that love which makes you expand into infinity, that which makes you to get rid of all suffering forever and bonds forever and ever, and be one with the absolute existence. That love he came to teach. But so many branches of science even now we have. But how many are competent in each of the few millions and millions of people on the earth, and a few people who can do the research and enter into higher realms. Like that, so many teachers, so many paths, but who is the competent person? Yes, I will give my all to this path, and I want to transcend and go. I want to reach and realize. Who is there? Chaitanya was divine love incarnate. He came down to the earth to teach people how to love God. One achieves everything when one loves God. What does he? God is Purna, complete and full and whole. If you have achieved Him, you have achieved everything. The whole world is yours. All things, like a beggar in the street getting millions and millions of dollars worth, a mine of gold. So what dearth does he have? What does he lack in this world? There is no need of Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga is little by little trying to expand our existence in this world, enhance our life and try to bring a little health and strength in the bodily existence and trying to Hatha Yoga by straining, by limiting ourselves in various ways, putting so many dams across, trying to hold a little water, Hatha Yoga. But here dams are opening and flooding. A devotee, what is Hatha Yoga like? Master, a man practicing Hatha Yoga dwells a great deal on his own body. He washes his intestines by means of a bamboo tube through the anus. He draws ghee and milk through the sexual organ. He learns how to manipulate tongue by performing exercises. He sits in a fixed posture and now and leviates. All these are actions of prana, energy. Prana is energy in a living being. A magician was performing his feat when his tongue turned up and clove to the roof of his mouth. Immediately his body became motionless. People thought he was dead. He was buried and remained many years in the grave. After a long the grave somehow broke open. Suddenly man regained his consciousness of the world and cried out, "Come delusion, come confusion." All now, all these are actions of prana, the energy. What is Hatha Yoga? Sri Ramakrishna is trying to describe. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.